With Marvel Studios' She-Hulk conquering most of the nerd sphere with headlines today as the series is airing, it's no surprise that we're going to find out some juicy details in regards to what could have been. So this time, it's an update from Tatiana Maslany, aka She-Hulk herself, where she reveals that she's super glad that she already turned down a Marvel casting just a couple of years ago, because it would have prevented her from being She-Hulk. That was joining the Venom franchise as She-Venom. I think most of you guys know how this works in Hollywood. You generally are trying to get jobs all across the board. You're really trying to lock down some type of role, something that's going to get you into a franchise that's a reoccurring pattern that you can really get into and hopefully becomes a giant thing where you make more each subsequent sequel. Most people in Hollywood are after these types of roles because, again, it's guaranteed money. So it's kind of interesting to find out that at one point, Tatiana was actually offered the role of She-Venom. She says that it was one of these things where she went in and she was trying to land Marvel roles, and Sony came to her and, they offered her that role. Now, here's the interesting part. She was not going to be playing Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock's girlfriend, which was because that role was played by Vanessa Williams. No, she would not have been that. She would have actually been cast as Venom's girlfriend, like the symbiote's girlfriend. She would have played the symbiote girlfriend, like a symbiote, right? Like, does that make sense? Like a She-Venom, but it's the Venom girlfriend, the symbiote. She would have played a symbiote, like probably voiced the symbiote, but not been the actual human one. So yeah, she reveals she turned that down. It just wasn't for her, and also that, well, that role was cut. So, yeah. What a bizarre, what? I mean, that's kind of confusing, right? Like, what role would have the symbiote's girlfriend played in that first film? Where does that even come in? Like, what's the point? Like, how does that even work? Would the symbiote have split itself? Would it have been on the alien planet? Were they doing something else? Like, it's so confusing. It's just very interesting to think about this. Kind of, just makes you wonder what the hell was going through Sony's head. But then again, watching those two films, you ask that a lot, so I guess it's nothing new. But overall, just another interesting piece of detail to add to the, back of your brain. So when somebody brings up Venom, being like, hey, She-Hulk almost played a symbiote version of She-Venom, a slimy, gooey thing. Now you know. Enjoy useless knowledge that I have in my head.